Really? Start.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cedar Success Academy. This is Self-Discovery 2019, like I've been promising you. Thanks so much, actually, for encouragement, like we've been sharing before. And I first extend my great thanks to the people who participated in Self-Discovery 2018 last year. Since June, when I launched out this idea, and I've seen hundreds of people really testify, and I'm so grateful because I started this platform to make sure we help people discover their destiny. So before going far, I would like to welcome our visitor, Steve Wafs, motivational speaker and public relations expert. And these are the people we need to enhance self-discovery. I make sure that I bring you the right people who are going to give us the wisdom, the material, and whatever we need to make sure that we reach our destinies. So, my friend, you're welcome. You can greet our audience, and then we share this wisdom today. And I know our topic is how to control our destiny and win. I believe where you are a winner, and there's some people who are walking your journey and they need to become winners. There's some people who are walking my journey, they want to become winners. You understand? We might not have reached our biggest dreams, but I know that we are getting there. So we don't want to get there alone. We need you to be part of the journey of self-discovery. Live your biggest dreams, achieve your biggest goals. That's where the true joy lies. You are welcome, Mr. Steve Wafs.
Thank you very much, Lyndon.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be hosted by you, and God have heard about you. And I'm so much glad that you are going to the world and you're trying to empower people.
Thank you.
Trying to show them that, you see, they are born with a lot of power. It's all along through their growth. That's when they need to be encouraged.
Yes.
One of the motivation speakers I follow is called Les Brown. Les Brown told us that if you don't program yourself, life will program you.
Yes,
you see
exactly,
that?
yeah.
So that means we are born with a purpose, and it takes us a lot of interest to know who we are.
Yeah.
You see, one of the things, Lyndon, is that when you come in the world, you come to society, you are given religion, you are born in a certain village.
Exactly.
So society programs you, and you feel that, you see, I think I'm destined to be like this, not knowing that you have the inner power,
Yeah.
and you have to fulfill some of the goals you have in life. So it's our role, we people who have been there and also who are still there, because we're still learning a lot, to encourage the public, to encourage the world to see that they follow the right path which they are born to fulfill in the world.
Yeah, thanks so much, Stephen. I've said a powerful thing that if you don't really program yourself, the world is going to program you. And I always tell my fellow youth, I tell them the real truth that success is real and suffering is real. So before we open our topics, I know you have a lot of things you need to share today. And of course, I'll need to ask you some questions. I'm going from my audience, actually. They need to know about audience. And when we linked, you shared some powerful things. And I thank you so much that you have really launched us and ushered us in the second year of self-discovery, which I'm going to do for a lifetime. And our goal, we need to see that by the end, you have got enough products from self-discovery for your children, for your family, for yourself, and the whole world. Number one, actually, from the questions I've heard, is that most people need to know more about self-discovery. I discovered that self-discovery is learning what kind of a person you are and what you really want to do with your life. Life is our only gift which we have that can help us access our goals. Because without life, you cannot access anything.
Absolutely.
So we are telling you that with your life, it's your number one tool, actually, to get you there, where you're headed to. So if you don't discover what kind of a tool you need to do a certain task, then you can't do a task. So we need you to discover yourself, and you know which tool are you made of. You know, I came to know myself that I'm a tool of certain fields, as you know, my careers, and I'm working on it. Not only me, there are many others, as Steve is going to tell us. So I would like to share three things before we start. Number one is destiny. So destiny, which we are going to talk about today, is a fixed order of things, you know, an urgency of conceived determination of the future. And number two is control. We're talking about how to control our destiny. So dictating behavior or influence over yourself. Because I know you have many challenges of being negative, financially, personally, lack of self-esteem, but you can overcome that regardless of your background. And the last one is winning. You know, winning is act of obtaining something. So, Stephen, how can a young person, a mature person, or someone who has started any career, some people think of starting this year to discover their destiny? How should they start out, and how should they see themselves start on that journey where you want us to see them go?
Well, Lyndon, actually, it's unfortunate that most of the life challenges we go through make us forget that there's a reason why we're in the world.
Exactly.
Now, out of over the 40 million sperms, you see, there's a reason why one sperm moves and then fertilizes an egg. You see? So it means that out of the 40 million, one has gone and one has become a human being.
Exactly.
So there's a reason why God has said, no, let Stephen be in the world, let Lyndon be in the world.
Yeah.
So what happens is that at the end of the day, we have to let what is our passion convert it to what will come into destiny at the end of the day. Because you find that there has to be a drive within you. There's a drive within you. There's an inner voice talking to you. That you guy, you lady, you can be a footballer.
Yeah.
But again, there's a big society telling you, but can he do it? Because let me tell you the truth. The issue is that at the end of the day, there are four things which kill dreams. And when you and these are summarized in a few of them. What will people say?
Exactly.
What will people say? So always when you hear the inner voice telling you that you can be this, you can be this, you can do that, you can be a doctor, you can be a fast runner, you can be a motivational speaker, but again there's another voice saying that, but is it me? But I don't have the money. I'm born in a small village there, but I think in my village nobody has even ever come out. So you become 12 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 60 years, and let's say 80 years, you have not discovered yourself, and then you're confused. We don't know what's your destiny. So we need to take a lot of time to always reflect a lot of what is the inner person telling me. When we listen to that, you realize that whenever you think about something and it enlightens you, you feel that you are happy, it lights up your mood. Keep to it, listen to it, because you could be listening to what's going to be converted into your destiny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to add on that.
Yeah.
You've said that discover something that's going to drive you.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the secrets of self-discovered success, you have talked to some people for that. Think of a passion that you can convert into something that can drive you to your destiny. I think someone should have noted that one. That's a real point on how to control your destiny and win. Get your passion and convert it to something. And the whole baseline of this thing is that you must first develop a desire of what you want to see.
Absolutely.
Develop that desire of whom do you want to see in yourself, whom do you want to see yourself performing like, acting like, and giving back the community like.
100%.
Because as you satisfy that desire, then you are becoming that person you have discovered.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And from that point, before you went to the next point, I always think about that point, that hurting moment you've said of years, 20, 30, 40, reaching that at 70 or reaching at any year at the deathbed, and looking back, instead of dying off or looking at the things you've discovered and done for the community, and dying when you're happy, and looking back and going in regrets. Actually, that's something that I feel like that band be like, let's spend some time like this weekend we share openly about how can we reach out at that point.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So as we continue, we'll look at the second point where people, let's go to the academic side. You know, education is much more important. It opens our minds, opens us in different fields. That's why people go to school, we get engineers, doctors, authors in different fields. It's one of the examples of discovering our minds. So they've all been asking, they studied some professions, but they think they're professional. For example, this one goes to the people who have just graduated, we congratulate them from different institutions. Someone says, I've studied this field, I used to love it so much, but I've failed to take a step to become productive in this field. So how can they really use their degrees or use what they have studied to discover themselves, or how can they convert their professionals into their passion to discover themselves?
Well, Lyndon, actually, to be honest with you, is that this has happened to me. It has happened to me. Because,
Really?
Yeah, because you see, when we talk to the young people, to the young generation, at times the way when we choose our programs, degree programs, also matters, because at the end of the day, if somebody is going to pursue a bachelor's degree, let's say in IT, well, either your parent may be telling you, I want you to go and study IT. But again, within you, you're saying that I think IT is not my passion.
Yeah.
Or go and study Bachelor of Commerce. But you say, I think Commerce is not my passion. So when you say that you'd like to create a relationship between the qualifications that we have obtained, to use them as leverage to be able to discover ourselves.
Yeah.
It can work out one way like this. Let me give you my experience. My first degree was in education. But again, that's what my father would afford to pay for at the university. I told my father, no, for me, I want to study mass communication. He told me, no. When I look at the rates of mass communication, I can't afford it. So you're going to study a bachelor's degree in education. So I went and studied education and majored in economics. But within me, well, I would say really, that's something I want. So after completing my degree in education, what I decided to do was to engage into writing, making sure that you see, how do I enhance my skills to pull out the other inner power, inner self of me, or wanting to be able to communicate. Would you ever know that you find me today?
No.
But you can't find me because you've seen me on other forums when I'm speaking. And
Exactly.
so I think so. The qualifications which we have obtained should always also assist us. In case you have qualified in something which is not your passion, it's also good to relate with those who have qualified in what you feel that your passion is there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you don't want to say that you see now. I think since I've qualified in medicine and I think it's not working out, so I'm dying alone. We should associate our personalities with the idols we feel that we need to be similar to this person.
Wow.
At the end of the day, I want to also be like Les Brown, talk to the whole world and say, you see, one time I used to watch your videos and they will speak to me. So we need to encourage our young generation who have the desire to see that they have to be able to change the world. Because changing the world, it comes out from an ordinary person becoming extraordinary.
Exactly.
You see, you're an ordinary person, but again, you make yourself to be extraordinary.
Wow.
So you're above the average.
Yeah, actually, thanks so much for telling. You have talked about role models, extraordinary. Actually, what kills 98% of the world potential is the ordinary level. Everyone wants to be ordinary, everyone wants to be the same. But when you take an extra step, you become extraordinary. You understand? Because everyone just want to be the same, same style, same language, same that. But it can be different. So you talked about role models. Number one thing is that I know that I'm giving back the community in a way that I started a computer school, work these ICT courses I'm training people. But I want first also thank my students. I salute them. You know, starting out an idea, discovering yourself in a certain idea, and executing it is a battle on its own. But once you start it and then you get support, actually,
Yes.
you see people involving in, it's also success. That's why we take time to come and share with you, not lying back in our offices and relaxing. We also need to see those things taking place. Because that I know, if you're not in ICT, like I've started training people in ICT, people come.
Yeah.
You know, the world, God balanced it. There's a reason why they are at every level, there are people. There's a reason why there are people down there on the street selling fruits. There are a reason why there are people in the supermarkets. There is a reason why people drive taxis. There is a reason why people are in planes. You understand? Because not everyone can become a pilot in the whole world, which means you're going to that taxi driver. So in every field, wherever you are, you matter and you are significant. Only that you have to look into detail. How can you contribute back to the world? We appreciate your profession, but you be productive, you know?
Yes.
Because when a tree is just looking nice, a mango tree, without bearing mangoes, it's useless, you know? You can flourish, you know?
Yeah.
In your talent, you discover yourself, that's right.
Yes,
You look
yes.
good, you perfect everything. But if you're not productive, which means that you're not serving any purpose, right?
Yeah,
So
of
can you tolerate a mango tree in your compound that is not bearing fruit? Of course, you cut it off. So let's try to balance things.
Yeah.
Then before you go on the next point, we'll talk about role models. Anyway, people know me differently. As a writer and a speaker, others know me as a technician. I've tried seen in different fields.
Yeah.
Because of my self-discovery, I got some extra strength to balance two things. I used to look more at Steve Jobs, you know, right away back when I was 20, you know, and I was captured by his character, his background, you know. He was just in a foster family, but looking at myself, I had parents, school fees was paid, I was eating from home.
Yeah.
But this is a person who was eating just in a care home, just going to church and getting food. But he has developed Apple products, we have iPhones, and every iPhone comes out, you're too excited. But think about the developer. Don't just look at the product. For me, whenever I say product actually, or when I look at a new car, someone can just buy a new Range Rover, can buy any new a Rolls Royce or a Bugatti, any expensive car or any phone. But I always think, no, looking at the end product, you just have to look at the soul. So always look back, you know, to discover yourself and become productive. Look at the creator. God has that character of creating and making things happen. So have you ever thought of making something happen out of your career, out of your profession, out of your talent? So think about it, and it's going to land you to the next bigger dreams and the life of your dreams. And what excites me about the life of your dreams, you're not even minding about how many hours you're working or how long it's going to take you. You're feeling you're involved in something, and whenever you see things moving forward, that's the joy actually bring back to the community. Yeah, so after bridging those professional or modeling and looking at the end part and having that vision of creating, so what do you think of the people actually who have gone that level beyond? You know, for us, we are young. Talk to the young people who are able now to start a new stuff, a new journey. But talk about someone who is 55, someone who's 65. You know, how can they look back and try to do something actually that is more important?
Well,
Him or herself.
Well, Lyndon, to be honest with you, I do a lot of reading and I do a lot of research. But you find that 85% of people who wake up in the morning and they're going to work don't love their jobs. They don't love their jobs at all.
Really? Yeah.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because they are feeling that that's their obligation to wake up and go and then perform whatever duties at their workplace. The reason why people don't love their job is that they have forgotten that all they know, but they don't know how to implement the inside drive, which they feel that, you see, at the end of the day, well, let me say I'm a pump attendant. So I wake up in the morning, go serve cars and serve fuel. But again, I make that as a routine, that you see, every day when I wake up, that's what I'm going to do every day. But what am I supposed to be? So let's go to the upper limit where you say that someone has now grown, they have attained the age of, let's say, you said 50 years?
50, 65.
Well,
I always got some questions in box, but
yeah.
some people work hard, they are 50, they are 60, but it ends up actually without anything, you know. By the time it's kicked out, because there are luxuries, companies, organizations, free car, free fuel, free house, free food, and after losing all the talent and exploiting, then it's like, now what is remaining for me?
Well, actually, that bracket of the population is actually very big, because at times when I'm having a casual chat with my father, who retired, and then when I start to ignite a few things that, Dad, well, you retired and you feel that now you're in the village and you can't do anything. You're 70 years old. So now, Well, now for us, we're in the last days, so there's nothing I can do. But I always challenge him and ask him, well, but is there anything you regret not having done at your young, when you're young? Definitely, he has a lot to say that yes, it's there.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, we need to see how we still, people should project what they feel that they should have come sometime, but again, it's over age. Once somebody is 50 years, so he's wondering, you see now, I'm 50 years, and I don't even have a house. I don't have a house, and time has run out. So we believe that each of us in the world, we have unique talents. Everybody who is in this universe has a unique talent.
Wow.
Take for instance, somebody is 70 years, okay? But again, he's saying that now, you see, I think time has run out for me, but again, what skills did I obtain throughout my experience until I turned 70 years?
Yeah.
Can I mobilize people in the village? And then I started to tell them, you see, I can make maths. I have a talent of making maths.
Exactly.
Can I make groups of people and I teach them how to make maths, and then people can earn some income? Exactly. But you're just sitting, but you're 70 years. So
yeah.
We have unique talents, but it takes a lot of time whereby our listeners need to know this. It takes a lot of time. We need to give ourselves time, whether in your bed, whether under a tree. Each day, give yourself 10 minutes, 20 minutes in your free time. Reflect on who you have been and who you want to be.
Wow.
Who you have been and what do you want to be.
Yeah.
Don't mind about the age. Don't mind about the age. Because the founder of KFC, I don't know, he was 65.
But
he died a billionaire.
Yeah.
So if he could have sat down and said, now, you see, I think I need to commit suicide because I'm over 60 years old. Who do you want to be?
Actually, I need to talk about that thing.
Yeah.
That thing is hurting a bigger number of people, especially retiring and above. But my what I'm saying, content research and doing on personal development is that they should open up. Actually, what is killing them more from inside the stress, that they are fearing to open up. Yeah. When someone says that I'm feeling bad, I have stress, I have this, because they suffer from regrets of what they missed to do. They need to discover themselves, right? This goes to the young one who is trying to shoot to the top, to the old one who feels you missed something. You can still do something. Open up, feel free. Sometimes the challenge to break out can be so hard, because even us, after discovering my life purpose, actually, my career, it was also hard for me. But I thank God that I was still having a young age of experimenting.
You're very lucky. You're very lucky.
I was like, how will I appear there? How will I do it? But first of all, you have to open up and question yourself the important thing you're saying. Who am I? Whom have I been? And what do I want to be? You know, have that foresight actually that guides you, the compass. You know, when you are leaving from here and intend I'm going to intend, you can't just rush anyhow. You look at the direction, you ask the people who have been there, they tell you, you know. So that's exactly how our lives are on a daily basis. So as we finalize, before I give those key points for today's live stream, I would like you to share your last key points. I know we are going to do a lot of projects actually this year with Mr. Steven. I am so confident after sharing with him in our preparation interview. He has a lot of things to share with the young person also there, a mature person also there, someone trying to start a new project and has a lot of material. And I'm so confident that by the time this year ends, it's an action year. I've called it an action year. A lot of things are going to be happening over there. You know, you can share with them the last points you think before I give them mine. Then we shall be grateful for your time here, and every time you'll be accepting our interest, come and share with our community.
Yeah, well, thank you. Basically, to our people, no matter the generation, the young and then the old, what I need to tell them is that learning does not stop.
Wow.
I'm still learning up to now, and I'm going to continue learning until my last day when I leave the world.
Exactly.
So what I need to share with them is that when you have a dream,
Dreams
when
come
you
true.
have a dream, one thing you have to know is there are so many people who are going to say you can't do it. You can't do it because the moment always. Do you know why people don't come out like you are encouraging them to come out? Is that they are afraid that society which is going to say, "Little, you cannot do it." So and so, Peter failed. James failed.
Who are you?
So how unique are you that you are going to do this? If you have a dream, what you only need to do with that dream is that start it small. I read a book somewhere, and then I was told that I read that if you want to be a billionaire, even if you have no single coin in your pocket, but start to behave like a billionaire, start to work like a billionaire, because we have to project what we want to be,
Yeah.
and then we believe in it. And say, I want to be this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we project it within inside ourselves, and then don't mind about society. Society is always going to tell you that you cannot be an entertainer. You cannot be. You cannot be a fast runner. You cannot be. You cannot be an educator. You cannot be. But if you keep listening, by the way, I've been listening to people also about say, you cannot do this. You cannot do this. But what I do, I have to close my ear and say, I have to change the world. My goal is to change the world in a certain manner. So really, I need to encourage our people, even after here, after this session, you know where we're going to be, we have to encourage people.
Exactly.
You see. So if you have a dream, please listen to the inner voice, listen to the something inside you saying, I think your passion is here. I think your efforts, if you drive them in this line, the world will recognize you, and at the end of the day, they will keep asking you, how did you do this? Okay.
Exactly.
We are traveling in aeroplanes today, but you see, somebody sat down and said, I think birds are flying in the air. I think an airplane can be in the air.
Yeah.
So don't listen to society. Don't listen to anybody telling you that you cannot do it, and keep finding people who are similar to what your drive is. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much. I appreciate your words of wisdom. I think most of you saw me clapping hands. I'm so inspired as well.
Yeah.
Those words really fired me up, and I appreciate. And you've talked about, actually, self-discovery is even much more easy. You look at the people who do things and implement. Because for me, pushing out into writing and ICT, I had to look at those people in my field, especially bigger people, founders of these machines we are using. And today, I think I have to be so honest, I posted a photo, and I had to write there that I was looking at myself. Actually, for me, when I look at myself, I see in 5 years, I look at myself a professor
Absolutely.
who has majored in web systems and cloud computing and owning a software academy. And I'm seeing it already. So you have to look where you're headed to, and that pulls you, and that thing is pulling me there. So let's look at the 3 keys I prepared for how to control our destiny and win. In fact, no one wants to be a loser. So I don't know. Everyone wants to be a winner, but I don't know what people are trying to hide. But you need to come out and show your talent and show your geniusity. Number 1 is that you need to have focus.
Focus?
Focus is concentrate on one's attention, your own attention actually, and working in detail. Why is it that most people miss out winning their project? It's because they look at everything. They look at this, they look at that, they look at the other, and the other, and you stay hidden. But once you focus on things and have the details, that's how you're gonna catch your goal. You should look at a lion. When a lion is so hungry, I said devote hunger for your dreams. It focuses, It doesn't look at the lion, it doesn't look at the thorns, it doesn't look at the pits in the forest. It focuses on the prey, and it humbles itself. Humble yourself in your vision. Humble yourself in your dream. It humbles itself and gets the target, and at the end of the day, it ends up satisfied, because it has developed focus. So number 2 is purpose. Purpose is the most bigger thing holding people. Self-discovery. Purpose is that you aim at what you intend to achieve, and that is life's intention, a result that is desired, I know we all have things that we look at. We can never be the same. You know what you talked about, that when you have a dream, actually need to come out because we are creators. Because no one told you that you wanted a phone, right? No one, you didn't tell anyone that we wanted these laptops, or you didn't tell anyone that you wanted clothes. So this time you are putting on clothes, you are sleeping in a nice bed. It's because those people discovered themselves and knew that we shall need where to sleep, we shall need these phones, we shall need this, and they created them. I don't think that their things were easy for them. No, they are so hard, like for you right now, but they decided to make a change. You know. So the last one is significance. The extent at which something matters. You know, everyone wants to be significant and important. Others want to be celebrities in their fields. It's okay, I don't know, but you have to be significant and you have to matter before you become important. So thanks so much for watching, and I'm going to be updating you for the upcoming other guest speakers and most of the topics as we handle step by step this year self-discovery. And we have an event actually where he's going to come back at our computer training school. We have an event where he's going to be talking more about self-discovery and those dreams. And for him, since he's on another level, he's going to be balancing the whole field.
Pump effort in them, pump effort in them.
So we are so done. So thank you so much for paying attention and always inbox us for more. God bless you, dreams come true. Salute.